Welcome NEET aspirant. In this video, we will understand the difference between exponential and logistic growth. This topic is from the chapter Organisms and Populations. So let's attempt the question first and then we will discuss the topic. What do A and B, this is A, this is B, represent in the following population growth curve? A represents exponential growth. Correct. A is exponential growth when responses are not limiting the growth. Correct. And B represents logistic growth. Correct. When responses are limiting the growth. Correct. So overall, this statement is correct. So before marking it on the OMR sheet, we will rule out other options. A represents logistic growth. This is incorrect. So this option becomes incorrect. A represents carrying capacity. Again, this is wrong. And A represents exponential growth. Correct. When responses are not limiting the growth. Correct. B shows carrying capacity. This is incorrect. So our confirmed answer is option number 1. Mark it on the OMR sheet. 196 is 1. The long statement questions require time. You read them carefully before marking your final answer on the OMR sheet. So if you notice this carefully, this is a graph of population density, which is represented by capital N against time. So the red curve indicates exponential growth. So two important points you need to notice here. The increase is rapid with respect to time. Okay. And there is no upper limit to it. It keeps on growing. On the other hand, the blue curve, there is a lag in the beginning, and then there is a steep growth, rapid growth, there is acceleration of growth, then there is deceleration of growth, and finally, it doesn't grow any further. So it reaches plateau, or we call it asymptote. So this is called the upper limit of the growth, and it is denoted by K. K is the carrying capacity. So notice the shape of these two curves. This is J shape. On the other hand, the logistic growth shows sigmoid curve. So in this table, I have pulled out all the important points regarding these two growths from the NCERT reference book. So point number 1 is exponential growth shows J curve. The resources are unlimited. And when resources in the habitat are unlimited, each species has the ability to realize fully its innate potential to grow. So none of the parameters, neither abiotic nor biotic factors are limiting the growth, and therefore there is unlimited proliferation. Mathematically, it is represented by rate of change of population density is equal to small r and n. Here R indicates intrinsic rate of natural increase. And how is this calculated? You have to subtract the death rate from birth rate. So this gives the value of intrinsic rate of natural increase. On the other hand, logistic growth shows a sigmoid shaped curve. Here, the resources are limited. An important point to note here is no population in nature has at its disposal unlimited resource to permit exponential growth. So this statement proves the point that exponential growth or geometric growth is a hypothetical situation. This doesn't happen in reality because in reality, in nature, no population has at its disposal unlimited resources. The upper limit of growth is indicated by the symbol K, capital K, and which stands for carrying capacity. So now the mathematical representation of growth will be modified because we have to include this factor carrying capacity. So this equation is called Verhulst-Pearl logistic growth equation. So all these points are important to remember. They can frame any question from this information. So that's all about this question. Thank you so much for watching my video.